Okay, every time I say that I'm into computer science, I feel embarrassed because I kind of hate computers. When I spilled water on my spill-resistant laptop, it stopped working. My tablet got slower and slower for no reason, and nowadays it doesn't even start. And when my desktop failed to start the other day, I thought, thank goodness I don't have to deal with that piece of junk anymore. Sadly, it recovered. Let's not even talk about how I do with phones. Fortunately, computer science isn't about desktops or laptops or smartphones. A computer is just an instruction-following machine, and there's a machine that follows instructions at the heart of every device we use. It's called a processor, or CPU. These days there's 2 or 4 or 8 of them. A CPU is a pretty complex computer. To even design it, they had to build it around a far simpler computer inside that does all the work. This computer isn't fast just because electricity is fast. It's designed so that before it's done following one instruction, it started work on the second one and the third one, and so on. Some computer scientists study these computers, but if you look closer, there are many more. For one thing, I want to run hundreds of programs at once, but a CPU naturally only runs one. So there's a stack of computers, an operating system, that organizes all of those programs, swapping them on and off the CPU, and helps me get to them using a keyboard, a mouse, and a screen. And those programs run on computers. I guess I already said they run on the CPU, but programmers hate to have to use CPUs directly because CPUs are so simple-minded. So they make instruction-following machines that follow handier sets of instructions. We call those sets of instructions programming languages. There are a lot of programming languages, in part because everybody has a different definition of handy. The machines that follow the instructions in programming languages technically don't exist in the same way a CPU does, but it's pretty easy to get around that problem. And programs don't just run on computers, they often have computers inside them. Every browser tab has a computer in it, one that plays your videos and reacts when you click on buttons. The computer is inside a sandbox that keeps it from affecting anything outside of that web page. My text editor is a computer so that I can reprogram it to do what I want. And you can build a computer in Minecraft much the same way you build a CPU in real life. There's this idea in popular culture that it takes a special kind of brain to understand computers. But that idea is exactly wrong. Computer science is all about taking things that our brains make look easy, and then making them so simple that even a computer can do them. The things computers do come from human behavior, from the way that we start to understand the structure of a sentence before we finish hearing it, to the way we sort books on a shelf, to the way we plan ahead our moves in board games. Everything a computer does is just something people already figured out how to do, just dumbed way down and sped way up. I call a lot of things computers, but I don't think it's helpful to say that the brain is a computer. The brain is a master of computers, modifying computers, programming computers, creating computers, some of them inside the brain and some of them outside. The plastic boxes we put on our desks and in our backpacks and in our pockets are just the latest in a long, long line of computing. And computer science is more about us than it is about them.